this coordination meeting be memorable, fruitful, and beneficial to all of us.
And way forward days to come. Sir, we will have a special number now. Importance of oil seeds and pulses and International Year of Millet. Our country alone produced 57% of the millet of, the highest millet is produced in this, by this country. The highest fruits and vegetables, the second highest in the world, that is next to China. So here we have huge strength, and we, as far as the oil seeds is concerned, we are importing huge from the outside in order to reduce that. So I would like to request all the scientists that we need to plan out on the basis of the direction by the government of India. The fourth one is to simplify the procedure. Instead of taking 1 month, it should be done in 1 week. So that is the direction, and after attending that, we had a, meeting with all agree and alike and requesting them to simplify. And I would like to appreciate the Cooperation Department in presence of our Honorable Minister. Those were the days the registration of cooperative society used to take 5 months, 6 months, even 1 year. But they have started doing online, and within 2-3 days you will be able to get the registration from the Register of Cooperative Society. Digital agriculture, they want to press the button from Delhi and they want to see what is happening. Drone technology should be able to bring the information, and we are happy that our GIS is doing wonderful job, and Chief Secretary is the chairman of the steering committee, and I, as an implementing officer, we will be having a meeting with all agree and alike and the GIS cell of the state. And there is a good news. You may not be aware that the way the state and agriculture department has done some very unique or some achievement for the last few years under the able leadership of our Honorable Minister for Agriculture. You may be aware that in order to break through the syndicate of the Mapro market and also to provide facility to the farming community, under his initiative, organic AC market in Agri Expo, you can go and see, and which has started about 1.5 years. Within 1.5 years, they could able to sell nearly 16 metric ton, which means 16 large kgs of organic fruits and vegetables that is produced throughout the land and bread of the state.
Agriculture officers and the field workers and the workers working under the Directorate of Agriculture. We are lucky. The Prime Minister of India is focusing everything to farmers' perspective. If the nation is to be very strong, the best should be very strong. That's why the farming communities are being addressed time and again. It's only special time and his focus in his political career is always towards farming community. And that's what we are helping the farmers need and the farmers' requirement is to be addressed. But there are many schemes floated with us. But the system today in the changing scenario, the system is a little bit not comfortable to the system what we have followed. So naturally, there will be some hiccup for some time, till such time you pick up. But it is made for all of us to immediately pick up how to acquainted to that guidelines and what. Yes, there are areas, MPC have highlighted, there are areas where you have to address the settled farmers, where you have to address the individual farmers. We also adopted the cluster system. What APC is saying that about integrated settled farming, Nagamura. So when we said cluster, few villages are clubbed up together and made a cluster. So where you can emphasize about the integrated farming. The land holding system is quite different, that we all understand, but there are certain interested villages, if there is a potential area, if there is a friendly crops area, I think these villages, friendly villages, the integrated villages come together. They let them do it in their own land. There's no harm, but we can term it, we can designate them as integrated settled farming. Let them continue for some years. Or shifting may be avoided by encouraging them certain inputs. But I would request the directorate and the field officers to see that you and I go to the places, villages, encourage the community and authorize the community, and the community should take the leadership to come to that understanding and let them come up with their own concept. Hereby we can motivate them, and then beginning with all this thing. So nothing is very, very different from us. Change is there, technology is there. So the technology may be a little bit differing to us, like we have 74 blocks at hand with us. 29 blocks are unbanked. So they are like my directorate and agri and allied people, single nodal agency, single nodal account is just affecting us. We have highlighted to the government of India, stressing that these pockets are the difficult areas of our function. So certain areas should be considered, supposing
Cultivation of oil palm in Nagaland started in the year 2015-16. An MOU was signed with Shiva Size Oil Palm Private Limited, Andhra Pradesh, as the implementing partner on 11 September 2014 and revised on 11th August 2015. A coordination review meeting was held on 18th August 2021 and settled and reduced the target area to 15,000 hectares. The opportunities and strengths for oil palm cultivation in the state are it has a suitable agroclimatic conditions along the foothill area of the state, and increased irrigation potential of the state, and need for crop diversification from paddy maize to other remunerative crops, and expansion plantation in cultivable wasteland without disturbing the natural biodiversity. Already foothill road has been sanctioned, which will cover the long stretch of foothill plains, valleys of the state, covering all the oil palm cultivation areas. This will facilitate easy collection of fresh fruit bunches to be delivered to the processing mill. So, as per the report, the state has covered 5,423 hectares spread across the state. That is the allocation of ministry, and accordingly, oil palm seedlings has been distributed in accordance with this allocation map. This is the GIS map, and we have obtained from GIS and remote sensing cell So these colored areas of the, on this map are the potential oil palm area growing areas of the state, and we have divided into two zones. The upper pink zone is zone 2, and this yellow colored mapping zone is zone 1. And of course we have to re-look into this map because this is the potential area based on elevation. But we are going to again factor another physical parameters to exactly pinpoint the potential growing areas in the state.